What's up, YouTube? Robert here to talk to you all about Once Human. Once Human had a bigger reveal recently during Summer Game Fest where we got to hear a little bit more about the game from the devs. I found this game to be very interesting. You are what they call a Beyonder in an open world PvPvE RPG survival game that offers some MMORPG elements. For instance, it's Cradle System, which gives you bonus stats to help you in your journey. To kind of talk about the Cradle System a little bit more, you have two different talent types which you'll get abilities for. Talent type Phi, which kind of focuses more on support role, and then you also have type Psi, which focuses more on dealing damage and combat. In order to get some of these bonuses, you will have to level up. As you progress through the game, you'll level up and add experience to your mimetic system, which is a completely different system within the Cradle System. It has three different categories to level. You have Collector, giving you, in a sense, more bag space and increasing how much you loot from loot caches or enemies. You also have Survivalist, which I'm gonna assume increases resistance to elements in the environment and also bonuses to damagers or your support abilities. And then there's a third one which we really don't have much information on, Engineer, which I'm going to assume decreases material usage when you're creating bases, also your weapons. In the game, you will come across different factions and monsters that are in the area called aberrants. For the factions, in order to kind of unlock more of your blueprints and weapon types and everything like that, and then also gain standing, I guess, with the different factions, you'll need to encounter the Rosetta, Blackfell, Vulture, Gorilla, and Mayfly. Each of these factions will unlock the blueprints that you're going to need for the different weapon types that you come across in the game. And then for your aberrants, you have plant monsters, animals, and then also humans infected by what they call the Stardust. The aberrants, though, they will have bigger bosses that you will come across. You have the Erichizium, which is like kind of like a spider monster. So for your arachnophobes, I would avoid that one. You have the tree ant, which is a big tree monster with a siren on it. You have Servant of the Secret, which is like a three-headed big winged monster that's pretty intimidating with multiple arms, so don't get touched by that. And then you have the Foul Shadow Hunter, which has like a really big turn on its arm. You also have the Pus, plague type monster, which puts a lot of poison and stuff like that, or I guess it would be the Stardust. So far, what we know about the open world, there's three different biomes that you will come across. You have the forest area, desert, and then swamp, all of them housing many different dungeon-like bases that you'll come across, where you'll find weapons, gear, materials that you'll need to fortify your bases and help you become more badass as you progress to the end game content. There's also a PvPvE game mode in the game separate from the core game itself, where you can compete against NPC enemies and player types called Stronghold. The website has a really in-depth wiki that helps break down how the weapons and equipment system works, along with how the Cradle and mimetic system works. I really hope we can get more news on raids, what they look like later this year. Hopefully we can kind of also get a actual release date. I do know right now you can pre-register and get access to the game. If you are interested, I would definitely pre-register. There are a couple concerns I did have. Seeing this game is going to be mostly on PC. What are going to be like the spec requirements to have this game run smoothly? Are there going to be more than one raid at the launch? Because all we know about so far is just one raid type in the game. Are there going to be more than one stronghold locations? I don't want to play the PvP and kind of get bored playing the same location over and over again. It'd be really cool to see multiple different biomes. When I get my hands on these type of games, I tend to grind them and see how strong I can get my character, obviously for in-game content like the raids, and see if I can be helpful or do a lot of damage. Who knows? For the Megadads out there, I would highly suggest not playing this game around children under the teenage range due to there being blood and then other graphic visuals in the game, like some slight nudity with some of the monsters you'll come across. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I've been your host, Robert. Peace.